Hello, hello. How is everyone doing this evening? I am Jake, joined by Hawkshaw, and we
Hello.
bring to you the 413 Hellfire match versus gOWOats. Now, Hawkshaw, you're familiar with Hellfire. We're in the same server as them, as being a part of 413 Esports, which you can actually join as a viewer. We'll get into that in a second. But Hawkshaw, can you tell me a little bit about 413 Hellfire that you know?
What I know is that they have a lot of players to be looking out for, and it's shown throughout the Overwatch Championship Series.
Hello, hello. How is everyone
Notably,
doing this
Lucy, who
evening?
has proved himself time
I
and
am
time again
Jake,
throughout
joined by Hawkshaw,
this tournament.
and to you the
Yeah,
413
so
Hellfire match
413
versus.
Hellfire, I believe, is doing the best out of all the 413 teams. Currently, looking at their standings, they're 4-1. However, gOWOats, according to the standings, they're 2-5. So Hellfire is the favorite here. They're going to be favored. So let's see if gOWOats can pull this out, being the underdog. Looks like both teams are going to be going for Winston and Ball. However, looks like Hellfire is going to be going for the Pharmacy. Now, Luzi is very powerful on the Pharah. It's one of his best characters. Army Llama with the early pick on Chi, and both supports are dead for gOWOats. This is not looking good. Doomy's low. He gets picked off by Aminar on the Reaper. Now, Anubrak finishes off the sim, and it's just cleanup for Hellfire. What a clean engage. Hawkshaw, what does Hellfire have to do a little differently here to improve?
Taking these engages quickly.
gOWOats, sorry.
That's I think for really gOWOats just needs to take these engages quicker, because considering how much quicker Hellfire got there, than gOWOats, and just went downhill for gOWOats from there.
Luzi getting a few stagger picks. This just is not looking very great right now for gOWOats. They need to pick it up. Hopefully, Hack Me Mommy on the Sarma can get some useful hacks, disable a target, and the rest of the team can follow up on the dive here. So it looks like Hellfire is going to be playing a little aggressive, playing at the choke. Eminar is antied, however, he's going to make it out alive with his Wraith form. Hack Me Mommy does get a pick on Luzi. That's a big pick. The Pharmacy is down, so now gOWOats needs to get a little bit aggressive. They're going to start pushing in.
An Army Llama falls off the map. That's not what you want.
It's very unfortunate. Anubrak on Winston gets taken off. Octave gets the double boop on both supports. It's kind of winnable for Hellfire. It's just up to Aminor, who gets picked off by Detect Program. Luzi's going to commit his ult, however, he kills himself in it. Aminor gets rezzed by Ink Splash. It is not over yet, however, gOWOats is able to defend this. They are going to be stalling this out. Anubrak's back with the team. He's antied, however. Hellfire is going to retake the point pretty quickly. Unfortunate for gOWOats. They committed a few ults there. Hellfire has both support ults, and Hawkshaw, what do you think is going to happen next?
I don't know, both supports just going down there for gOWOats from Octave was just really bad for them, and that just led to Hellfire quickly reflipping this point. We do see Joshy Bite with Bob and the Detonator with the Nano Boost, as well as Chi coming up with Transcendence. However, we do have support ults on the side of Hellfire as well, as we see the Minefield coming out from gOWOats.
Bob is sent in. Army Llama gets another pick with his Minefield. Anubrak gets a follow-up pick with the Zen there. Both supports for gOWOats are dead again. Hellfire is kind of destroying gOWOats right here. The support line just cannot get a lot of help. The support line needs a little bit of extra peel with the dive coming in from Hellfire. Now gOWOats is going to be able to touch this. We see the trance coming out from Chi. Hack Me Mommy is very close to the EMP. Doomy has his bomb, so this is very winnable for gOWOats if they can get some ults out. All they have to do is press Q. The bomb's coming out. No EMP yet. EMP's there. Looks like it only got 2. Aminar gets picked off by Chi. The Zenyatta pick is key here with the Discords. However, Nubrak's creating a little bit of extra space. He dies. Hack Me Mommy getting a lot of value here. Detect Program picks off a support, and Aminar cleans up with his Death Blossom. Now it's all up to Detect Program, alone on point. He does have his Ana helping him out, and Hack Me Mommy is contesting Aminar on the Reaper route. However, Aminar is taken out. gOWOats is able to win this, however, Hellfire is able to pick it up with Luzi's ult, and it's very unfortunate there for gOWOats.
Some clutch plays coming there from Luzi and Amenra with their ults just getting those key targets at the end there. If I'm gOWOats, I don't want to be playing that kind of support line against the monkey ball. Going against that monkey and ball and the Lucio just all over you all the time is just not good when you're playing the Ana Zen, two very diveable support targets.
Looking at the comps, things have changed. Hellfire is going for a much more brawly comp, and it looks like gOWOats is going for a double shield comp. However, it's going to be Rein Orisa. Typically, I'm used to the Orisa Sig or Rein Sig, so I have to see how this works for gOWOats. They are going to have the TP here, except it doesn't work out for them. Hellfire gets there first. Hellfire is going to win this brawl. They are able to set up first, and with the brawl comp, they have the advantage immediately. However, Octave gets picked off by Doomy. That's a good pick for gOWOats. They get 2 picks there. However, Hellfire is able to take control of the point.
Not the ideal outcome for gOWOats. Usually with the TP strat, you're there a mile ahead of any team that doesn't do it. But fortunately for Hellfire, they managed to make it there first.
So it looks like gOWOats is going to be going for the Rein Zarya comp as well. They probably are more comfortable on this here, so we'll have to see how this works out for them. Acme Mommy on the Sombra, trying to get some value, however nothing. Aminar just melts the tech program. Anubrak is already out with the Shatter. It's big. Aminar is going to clean up with it, and that's another wipe. That's another fight won for Hellfire. Hellfire is just really asserting their dominance here. gOWOats needs to pick up some momentum, and they need to show Hellfire that they can't be doing this match set.
Yeah, very good from Anubrak, getting that Earth Shatter off quickly, and taking initiative here, winning that fight quickly. And we see the Coalescence coming out from Ink Splash, while Hellfire also has the Deadeye from Luzi coming up.
It looks like gOWOats is going to be a little bit more passive here. They choose not to engage. Pretty smart with an ult committed from Hellfire and a pick. Acme Mommy's on their way back. However, we're only halfway to the EMP, and it's getting close to final fight territory. Joshy Bite has his Deadeye, however, Lucy has that to reciprocate. gOWOats is going to get a little bit more aggressive here. We see the bubble going on to tech program. However, Hellfire is playing pretty passive. They're going to give up point here, so that way they can re-engage. We see the Deadeye coming out from Joshy Bite. He's holding on to it. Maybe he can get a pick here. It looks like gOWOats has actually picked up the point. Now they just have to defend it. Hellfire is going to be pushing in. We see the grab coming out. A big high noon coming out from Luzi. He gets 2 picks. He gets multi-PS down. You see a Shatter coming out from Detect Program, killing Anubrak. He misses his pin. Unfortunate. He's the only one left on point, stalling it out. And Hellfire is able to retake that. What do you think about that engage, Hawkshaw?
We saw Joshy Bite with the Deadeye, unfortunately, couldn't really get anything. And then Tech Program coming in with that Shatter, unfortunately, couldn't get anything either. Then we just saw Luzi pick up 4 kills on this for Hellfire to reflip point. And we have 3 ults coming up for Hellfire. They're looking really good right now.
Acme Mommy does have the EMP. They're trying to set up. It looks like Anubrek's Shatter is blocked. We see a decent grab coming out and another EMP canceling Aminar's Death Blossom. This is big for gOWOats. It's just time for cleanup. Army Llama and Ink Splash are the only ones left. They aren't going to touch point. And we see Army Llama getting... He's actually jumping off. That was good from Army Llama, not feeding the alt charge. Ink Splash is trying to get out. It's a little close. However, Ink Splash is able to make it out. Acme Mommy gets a little too aggressive. Octave punishes it. This is the time for Hellfire to push in. Now up 1. Detect Program is coming up on his ult. That's a big pick from Doomy. Now it's even. Now we see an even fight coming in. And it's all about mechanical skill and positioning here. However, the Tech Program does have his ult. He does have Shatter. Acme Mommy getting a pick on Anubrak. And now gOWOats is doing pretty well. They finally picked up some momentum.
This is exactly This is exactly what you want if you're gOWOats right now. You flip that point, you get the picks you need, like pretty much before the fight even starts, and you have 4 ultimates, almost 5 coming up for gOWOats, and you're looking good right now if you're the side of gOWOats. It's gonna be hard for Hellfire to get.
We have an early call coming up from Ink Splash, however, attacked out by Acme Mommy. gOWOats does have a few ults here that they can use. Doomy has their grab. Joshy Bite's Deadeye comes out. Anubrak does charge, however, he gets eaten alive. Now it's just left to gOWOats to clean up. I think gOWOats wins this. With only 7 seconds, 6 seconds left to touch. It's all up to Octave to touch as he's the only one. However,
It's gonna be hard.
I don't think he's going to be able to.
Nope.
What do you think about that round?
That was a big comeback from gOWOats. It all began with the 5-man EMP to reflip the point when it was initially 99-0, and gOWOats just gained the momentum that they needed to eventually take Night Market.
It was very good from gOWOats, able to pick it up. It was 99-0, and they were able to hold it all the way through after they capped. Very impressed with gOWOats. What does that do to the mental of Hellfire? They were doing so well, and now they're not sure. What do you think?
It's hard to come back mentally from from being taken down like that. You know, being up 99-0. You just need to regain that confidence at that point.
Hellfire does stick with the Brawly comp, except gOWOats, on the other hand, they stick with the Sigma here. They decide to choose the Sigma. Sigma is very effective. He's seen a lot in the higher ranks, so we'll have to see how this works out for gOWOats. Looks like gOWOats does take the point presence here, and Hellfire isn't going to engage quite yet. They're going to try and take the high ground here. Octave is pretty low, however. He doesn't want to get picked off too early. gOWOats has taken gOWOats has taken control of the point, and now Hellfire is starting to collapse onto the enemy team. However, gOWOats seems to have the advantage here with the Sigma and the positioning and the distance. However, Inksplash gets that coal fast. gOWOats gets the pick first, and a huge shatter coming out from a Nubrak. He gets 3 in that shatter. Now it's just up to Hack Me Mommy, who gets taken out, and the Detonator, who's just going to try and run away, get out, save his health.
It initially looked really good for gOWOats there, taking point control, and you know, with the Junkrat Sim and the Sigma as well, you can sustain really well with those type of heroes. But unfortunately, it didn't work out for them as Hellfire flipped it.
Aminrar comes out with the tire. It's going down. It gets 2. What a big tire. With no support, the deck program and the rest of his team is gone. They are reduced to atoms. Now, Hellfire is starting to show their true potential here. gOWOats needs to come back. They do have 3 ults. They're coming up on the B as well. They have a little bit of an advantage with the ults here. They just need to use them correctly and they can win this.
Yeah, you don't want to blow all of them in one fight as Hack Me Mommy takes out the counterpart Junkrat.
Aminrar was doing really well on the Junkrat, providing a lot of pressure, so now that he's gone, a very big flux coming out. It's going to be countered by the beat, however, Hellfire being on their last foot is actually able to come back with a huge grab coming out from Army Lava. However, there was no one able to get value from it, and now it looks like gOWOats are going to take this point with just Inksplash on point. Army Lobby's in the back teams, the back line of the team of gOWOats spawn and gets wiped out. Aminrar gets picked off as well. Good stagger pick coming out from Hack Me Mommy.
It was a good grab from Army Llama there, catching a lot of gOWOats in that grab, but it looks like the photon barrier from Joshi Bite was able to keep them alive.
So gOWOats still has a few ults that they can use here. We see a dragon coming out from Lucy. Now Hellfire is going to get a little aggressive. Detect Programs gets caught out in the dragon all alone. Inksplash's Cole does help out with that. Doomy is trying to help his team, however, he just gets cornered and he has to run away while the rest of his team falls apart to Aminrar's deadly Junkrat. It is still very winnable for both teams here.
That was a good retake by Hellfire. They came back from that quickly, just brushed off that last fight, and came in and reflipped it. And now they're up to 85% here, last fight territory.
You see the tire coming out from Hack Me Mommy. Looks like... I'm not sure where it went. I didn't see it. Army Llama gets 2 big picks on the Moira and the Junkrat. Nubrak's going to get a little aggressive. He takes out Doomy, and gOWOats is unable to touch.
That's what I was talking about. Like, regaining that mindset with Hellfire. You know, again, it's hard coming back from being up 99-0, then losing that round, and then they managed to come back from it. That was exactly what they needed, and it led to them taking Mijong Tower here.
Very well played by Hellfire, and a very good picks from Lucy there in the play of the game. As Hellfire takes map 1, we will be heading for a short 3-minute intermission, and we'll be right back with you guys. Welcome back. We are going to be heading into what looks like King's Row for the 4-1-3 Hellfire versus gOWOats match. Now, if you're interested in joining a team and getting into the Overwatch Championship Series and competing in tournaments such as this, you can actually join 4-1-3 Esports. Now, 4-1-3 Esports is a competitive organization that allows you to join or even create your own team. I am currently creating my own team. I'm also on a team. Hawkshaw is also on a team. He's actually my tank counterpart on 4-1-3 Hailstorm. And in this match, we have 4-1-3 Hellfire. So if you're interested, definitely check us out. You can go to our website at 413esports.com, where you will find our Discord link, and you can join from there. Now, Hawkshaw, it's kind of getting close to Christmas. Christmas is next Friday. I'm very excited. However, I don't really know what I should get some of my friends. Do you know of anything that I can get my friends for Christmas?
Well, I know you played some World of Warcraft. Maybe something from that. Maybe some other Blizzard games that you guys play.
Definitely. I think 4-1-3 Esports is doing a giveaway. Do you know anything about that?
I think I have heard of it a bit. What about you?
Yeah, I think I'm not entirely sure that if you click the little heart below the video player on Twitch, you click that, you start following, and you're automatically entered into this giveaway that gives you $20 of Blizzard balance. And like you said, you can use that on World of Warcraft, but it's not just World of Warcraft. It can be any Blizzard games, Battle.net supported games. So you can use that on Overwatch, World of Warcraft. You can even use that for the new Call of Duty that came out, because Battle.net is actually partnered with Activision. So we come on to King's Row. We have 2 Brawl comps. We see Hack Me Mommy on the Sombra again. Looks like both teams are going to have to be a little aggressive here if they want to get value. Hack Me Mommy is going to go in, TP's away right away. Now, Detect Program gets a little too aggressive and is punished by Amenrar getting picked off. Hack Me Mommy is going to try and get hit that EMP fast. Amenrar is 50% to his tire already, beating Hack Me Mommy in the ult charge battle there. Anubrak gets another pick with a nice charge right onto Joshi Bite. What do you think about the comps here, Hawkshaw?
We saw that hack go onto Anubrak, but unfortunately it didn't go well for gOWOats, with Tech Program getting over aggressive and being blown to pieces by Amenra. So, but I think if they execute it well, this Sombra could work out for
a minute
gOWOats.
into the game, and Inksplash already uses Cole. However, it's immediately canceled by Hack Me Mommy. Except if you look at the health bars right now, it's not looking well for gOWOats. They need to be a little bit more passive. As Anubrak hits the shatter, he hits 2, and he's just going to keep swinging that hammer. However, he does die. Now, this might be unfortunate for Hellfire, because gOWOats does have the spawn advantage. So if they can do this correctly, if they can get their Lucio to speed the rest of the team in, they can actually get a little aggressive here, because they have Grav, Beat, and Cole. This is gOWOats' chance. Anubrak is on his way back. He's already almost there. So gOWOats, they need to take advantage of this now. They get the Cole in. They start pushing in. We see a big Grav coming out from Doomy and a tire coming out from Amenrar. However, it does not get anything, and gOWOats takes advantage of the early picks, and they wipe. They get a team kill. How impressive.
That was definitely their fight to win there, being up in the ult economy, and as well as getting the kill onto Anubrak before that fight ended, which led to them just going really aggressive, the right move to do. and taking point A. Now we move to the street phase on King's Row.
If you're gOWOats right now, you're thinking, we want to take some extra space, which is what they're trying to do. However, Hellfire is not going to let this come easy. We do see Shatter coming out from the tech program, who's getting a little low. He's going to have to back off. Aminar is very oppressive on the Junkrat right now. Hack Me Mommy does have the EMP. And Isak does have his beat, and he's anticipating the EMP. Look at him hiding in the window. That is big. The EMP is actually canceled. How huge coming out from Luzi, canceling the EMP. However, we see even picks coming out. It can go either way right now. Ink Splash gets a pick on Joshibai, and now gOWOats realizes the fight is lost, so they're going to start trying to back out. Rethinking what they need to do. Hack Me Mommy, that was a big ult cancel. They were really counting on that, and the fact that it got canceled there is not good. So now they need to take it back to the drawing board. What does gOWOats need to do if they want to keep this attack going?
We see the Grev and the Death Blossom as well. I think maybe combining those two could definitely keep the momentum going for gOWOats here.
Heminar on the flank, boosting up the detonator. Now he has his tire. That was a good flank there. He was able to get his ult up. gOWOats still has ults to reciprocate, however. We see a tire coming out from Aminar. Kills Joshibai, who's in the middle of the Death Blossom. That is huge coming out from Aminar. And now gOWOats is just, they're not able to pick up their momentum. And Hellfire has a few ults that they can use here. What does gOWOats need to do, Hawkshaw? They need something.
I think maybe using the beat aggressively here. It's the only ultimate they have. I think at that point they just use the beat, go aggressive, and hope they can make something work with it. It's going to be hard with Deadeye from Luzi and Coalescence from Ink Splash.
gOWOats starts heading in, being a little aggressive, and the tech program is just taking so much damage, so much pressure. Anubrak is able to push in, take space. He takes that corner right away from the tech program. However, Joshibai and Shi are getting picks, and now Anubrak is dead. The tables have turned. However, Luzi is in the backline, gets both supports with his Deadeye. How big? Joshibai, however, does get a pick on Ink Splash. Luzi is just in the high ground, and in World of Warcraft, we call that free casting. He is just not contested. Hack Me Mommy realizes it, and starts contesting Luzi. Luzi is going to go after Hack Me Mommy, is able to get the pick, however, now he's dead. Now Hellfire is down Luzi, who's been so crucial in their comp right now. Anubrak does have a Shatter. We see the Shatter coming out. Huge Shatter taking out both tanks. Doomy and the detonator and Detect program all taken out just because of that Shatter. How big from Anubrak, taking that point back, asserting his dominance as Reinhardt.
Luzi just going all in, getting those picks early, and then the Shatter coming out from Anubrak, putting 3 on the ground, just sealed it for them.
So now if we look at the ults, we see Grav coming out, or being available, being online for Hellfire. This is going to be big for Winzy because gOWOats does not have their beat. So we see the tire coming out, Aminar on the flank with his tire and gets another 3 picks. Hellfire just keeps getting these big, this so much value from each of their ultimates. Now they have both support ults, except gOWOats. They're coming up on 5 ults. What should gOWOats do here?
I think EMPing with the Earth Shatter or the Grav, it's last fight territory for them. So they'll need to be quick. They need to take initiation here, or initiative. That's the right word. 5 volts coming up, as opposed to Hellfire coming up on, or only having 2, coming up with 3. We see the Coalescence coming out from both sides.
Yeah, so those ults seemingly cancel out. The EMP is canceled again by Luzi! He is just dominating Hack Me Mommy. Nothing can be done. We see the Deadeye coming out, taking out Anubrak. The fight can go really either way. However, Joshibai is taken out, and now it's just supports. And they are wiped on point. Luzi just will not give Hack Me Mommy a break with these EMPs. That is so unfortunate. Big coming out from Luzi.
Luzi has just gone nuts on Hack Me Mommy here, canceling 2 of those EMPs as well as a beat from earlier. getting the Deadeye kill onto the detonator before, or getting the kill on the Lucio before they could use that beat as well. Luzi's just going all in, and I thought this Sombra pick would work out better for gOWOats. I think honestly, if they want to keep running it, Hack Me Mommy is just going to have to be a lot more careful around these stuns.
From what I've seen, it's really just been Luzi. He's been canceling the stuns, and it looks like Luzi's going to stick on the McCree. Aminar the same with the Junkrat. Hakame Mommy is swapping off the Sombra. They've had enough. They're going Torb. I personally love Torb. How do you feel about Torb?
Oh, I love this pick. It can always work out. You never know.
Torb is very consistent. He actually has the highest win rate out of anyone that is selected in Overwatch. I believe it's around 55%. Pretty good. So if you want to climb on DPS, maybe you can one-trick Torb. You didn't hear that from me, though. So we see near mirror matches here. The only difference is going to be the Junkrat and the Torbjorn. We'll have to see which team can take advantage of their different DPS there. Hellfire is moving right on in. They don't want to settle. However, Nubrak, a little awkward there. Gets melted. Joshibai shows Luzi who's the better McCree in this engage. And now gOWOats is just cleaning up, taking the choke, trying to get some extra ult charge, while Hellfire tries to regroup.
Yeah, it was sort of the same thing we saw with Tech Program on their first attack, going all in, going really, really aggressive, and it didn't work out for this first fight, unfortunately for them. We'll see what they need to do. We see the Cole
already has Cole again. 45 seconds into the game. That's impressive. So now with that ult advantage, if Hellfire goes a little aggressive with this Cole, they should be able to win. Luzi is on the Widow now. I have not seen Luzi play Widow. We'll have to see how this works out. Winzy's very low, nearly gets picked off. We see the Cole coming out from Ink Splash. Now Hellfire is going to be aggressive. Now Anubrak has enough healing to be supported. She shows the Cole back. The Tech Program gets destroyed by Aminar. Anubrak and Aminar are just having a heyday. Anubrak's charging in, hits Joshibai. However, he isn't able to finish off the kill. Now he does with the Fire Strike. Hellfire just has Hellfire has 5 minutes, and they just need to get a little bit in front of this next checkpoint.
Having that ultimate advantage really, really early in this round was what helped Hellfire take point A so quickly. And now they have 5 minutes to complete the Streets phase. It's looking good for them. Overall, it looks like the ult economy is somewhat even. We do see Isak at 80% on this beat. And as we see the tire coming in from Amenra, and the grab from Winzy.
Oh, and the tire does take out the Tech Program. Ink Splash is coming up to another Cole. It seems like Hellfire is just going to try and keep steamrolling this. They want to keep the ball rolling. They don't want to give gOWOats a chance to regroup. If gOWOats has a chance to regroup, they have the advantage because they have a few extra ults as compared to Hellfire. So it's really going to come down to who presses Q first. Who shows that they are the most aggressive. Hellfire's trying to retake. Anubrak's Shatter gets blocked. And we see a Molten Core coming out. A big grab from Doomy. And Hack Me Mommy gets some value in this Torb with 3 picks. That's how you retake a point.
That was a big Molten Core from Hack Me Mommy. It even canceled the beat from Isak, killing him before he could get it off. And the grab Molten Core just being a fatal combo for Hellfire here.
The battle is won, but the war is not over, as Hellfire still has 3.5 minutes to just kind of build up their ults and press Q again. gOWOats still holding on with ults here, so it's very winnable. I can see gOWOats winning this. Winzy's just trying to get his ult up, throwing in some right clicks on Zarya. Getting a little aggressive as they start pushing in. Aminar is a little bit on the flank here, however, he's going to back off. He doesn't want to die early. Anubrak's getting aggressive, pushing in. Sack destroys the turret. Now this is Hellfire's chance. Now that the turret's destroyed, there's a little less pressure on the tanks in the front line. So they can start pushing in now. Anubrak's going to heal up before he pushes in, however, building up his armor. We all know how precious that armor is.
Exactly. Now we see Tech Program being just a bit ahead in the in the ultimate battle for with the Earth Shatters. We see both grabs coming out, both coalescences.
Shatter
Massive shatter.
take down 4. However, no one's able to get any value from it. And now Hellfire has used a minute of their time, and they've lost the fight.
That's not what you want as Hellfire. gOWOats using these ults they're being very smart with these ultimates. They still have 3 online as well. We'll need to see what Hellfire can do if they want to pull this back, but I think it's going to be difficult. They do have both DPS ults online as well as the beat from Isak coming up soon. We see the Hanzo ult from Lucy.
Oh, a big high noon coming out from Joshi by Aminrar takes out Torb with the turret. A beat coming out from Sack. This is the time for them to get a little bit aggressive coming from Hellfire. Aminrar takes out Chi. We see the Cole from Ink Splash. This is getting really intense. The tech program is taken out by Aminrar. And now it's just a little bit of cleanup from Hellfire as they've seemingly won this. Wednesday's on the Diva to get back to point a little bit faster. And I don't see gOWOats coming back from this as it's just Hack Me Mommy going to point. Hellfire takes King's Row. And now the score is going to be 2-0 in favor of Hellfire.
That was exactly what Hellfire needed. Getting both those DPS ults off and just getting the kills they need. It was a bit spotty there on Streets phase for a bit, but they managed to pull it back and take them up.
Yeah, they just pressed Q and they were able to be more aggressive on the gauge that they needed. We saw a big Molten Core coming out from Hack Me Mommy. We are going to take a 3-minute intermission. While I'm in that 3-minute intermission, I'm going to follow twitch.tv/413esports so I can be entered into that giveaway. I suggest you guys do the same, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. We are back with the 4-3 Hellfire versus gOWOats. 4-3 Hellfire is up to gOWOats has not been able to take any maps. They're at 0. However, gOWOats 2-0 does sound bad. gOWOats has actually put up a fight. They've been doing pretty well. They just need to be a little bit more aggressive against Hellfire, and they need to identify a few issues. And I think gOWOats can reverse sweep this. It's definitely possible. Nothing's impossible. So during that intermission, I just finished up following twitch.tv/413esports, and now that I'm entered, we're actually at 188 followers out of 200. So the giveaway occurs at 200 followers, where someone random in the chat will be given $20 of Blizzard balance. All sorts of things you can do with the Battle.net Blizzard balance. You can purchase things from Overwatch. You can purchase things from World of Warcraft, Hearthstone. What am I missing? So the partner games such as some of the newer Call of Duty games, Diablo, all sorts of things. All the games that are on Battle.net, you can buy just by clicking the little purple heart and following 413 Esports. So definitely something to look into. As we move into Hanamura, what do you think about the comps we see here, Hawkshaw?
We see sort like a Brawly composition coming out from Hellfire, Muzi on the McCree again, and Scythe coming in on the Doomfist. And we're going to see, I assume, is going to be a TP strat for gOWOats, and they TP up to the top left roof. Oh my god, but they get knocked!
Octave says no to that, boops them down, separating them. Winsy takes out Chi. That's a key pick. Oh no, not Octave, that's Sack! My mistake. Isak does the boop there. And now, with both supports dead, gOWOats is just going to have to wipe. They need to lose this fight so that way they don't waste any more time. Very big boop and very big pick. That was very well played by Hellfire, being able to adapt to that.
Very smart play by Isak to knock all of them off of that roof. Then they managed to take the fight all the way near the edge and pull it out and get the fight win.
Scythe is going in on Doom. He's not going to commit yet. He's just setting up for those classy Doom rollouts that everyone loves. He's getting poked out by Doomy, however. Winsy already has a Shatter. Doomy's coming up on his Flux. That's a big pick, however. Shatter coming up from Winsy. It's huge, and with no lamp able to help them out there as it was used a little too early, gOWOats is going to have to wipe once more. Scythe getting us some decent value on the Doomfist here. However, he's out. He gets picked off by Detect Program. Ink Splash is forced to use the Call. Shatter coming out from Detect Program. Mac's going to get pinned. However, Luzi cancels it with his Flashbang. Luzi's going to use his High Noon here. It's going to be a zoning ult as gOWOats knows better than to push in. gOWOats with a few ults here. Mac is going to use the ult early here. No lamp again. How unfortunate. However, Chi comes out with a very clutch call, and the window is here. However, Hellfire is able to move out of it. Detect Program is taken out alongside Chi. Scythe getting a lot of value now that he's back on Doom. Going to use his ult. Gets rocked away and isn't able to get anyone from the ult. Mac finishes off the Baptiste. And now, with a minute and a half left, gOWOats needs to figure something out. They keep getting these picks. They just need to be able to get past that choke.
Yeah, getting those picks. It was a very spotty fight for Hellfire. They did manage to pull out that win, the fight win, but we still see Matt coming. Back. He isn't back yet, and gOWOats is taking advantage of that, taking this fight in their own hands. But it still doesn't go their way, as they lose 2.
The Hellfire defense here is just really strong. They use their outs perfectly to counter. Joshibai is not able to get anything with his High Noon. However, gOWOats might actually be able to push in with this with those 2 picks coming out from Joshibai. Those are 2 key picks. We see Scythe and Isak taken out. gOWOats has some ults they can use here. They have the Earth Shatter, and they have the Cole. Luzi does have the High Noon, and from what we've seen from Luzi so far, he has been popping off. So if he can maintain that, gOWOats is going to have a tough time. He's sitting here on the high ground, going to use the High Noon early. gOWOats is able to disengage. However, that High Noon is big because it gave Hellfire just enough time to reset with 6. So now it's another 6v6, 20 seconds left on the clock. gOWOats is just going to have to push in. Shatter coming out from Winsy, only taking out Joshibai in the back. Scythe is able to try and capitalize, however, he does not get it. He's actually taken out, and now gOWOats is up 3. 3 fast picks coming out from them. Mac is on point alone. Isak is separated, and Isak is the only one left. He's just going to have to play for time here. He tries to get the boop, however, he's stunned out by Joshibai. Right-clicked, and meleeed to death. So now, gOWOats has another 3 minutes to take point 2.
Yeah, overall, it was very, very hectic for Hellfire, with gOWOats just constantly getting those picks, even if it took them until overtime to actually take the point. It was still very hard for Hellfire to get a clean fight, considering they just had people coming back from the spawn room, eventually leading to gOWOats just overwhelming them. As we see the grab coming up.
Very big grab. It's a 5-man grab coming up from Mac. Mac, the only pick he gets from the 5-man grab is himself. So now Hellfire is going to push in, or I'm sorry, gOWOats is going to push in, and they're actually able to capitalize on this. Luzi is on the high ground along with Scythe. We're going to see a contest coming up from Luzi and Mac. Mac gets a pick on the Lucio. We see a decent grab coming out from Doomy. However, Hellfire is back. They're kicking. That defense spawn advantage on 2 CP is just too OP for Hellfire right now. Chi is going to commit an ult. Doomy does get a pick on Ink Splash. It is still winnable. We actually see Joshibai and the Widow now. They want this Widow duel. That's a little exciting for us. The fight is not over. Winsy's taken out a mech. Doomy's popping off, getting picks left and right. It's just Ink Splash on point, trying to contest. Can anyone else touch? No. gOWOats is actually able to just completely turn this around. They were in overtime, but now they take point 2. What do you think about that?
It just the entirety of point B just did not go Hellfire's way. Mac with a good grab there, but unfortunately, like you said, and as we saw, he only killed himself with it, and I feel like that's just kind of where it just went downhill for Hellfire. And after a bit, we did see gOWOats take point B with a minute and a half left. We'll see if Hellfire can match that or even surpass it.
Ready for battle.
So, now that we've seen gOWOats able to step on Hellfire a little bit, make things a little messy, what do you expect to see in the defense here?
We see the Rhine Zarya again from gOWOats. We see the Junkrat McCree and then the Bap Mercy. It's good for just keeping everyone alive. And Scythe moving to the Widow. Now the Reaper getting debated.
Oh, he's switching back and forth. Scythe's Widow is very good. I can definitely attest to that. We'll have to see what he can do here. Mac actually swaps to the Hog. Mac is very good at Hog. I would argue he's better at Hog than Zarya. Hellfire's going to take this a little slow. Now that Winsy doesn't have the support with the Zarya, he's going to have to play this a little bit differently. Mac needs to just kind of poke away at the shields, do what he can, see if he can get a cheeky little hook. gOWOats is adapting to this very well. They don't want this hook to come off, but they just leave Choke right open for Hellfire to push in. Now gOWOats is on the attack and Hellfire's on the defense. There's 2 picks coming out from Hellfire, taking out both Hack Me Mommy and the Detonator. Lucy is taking out himself. She actually gets a big res on the Detonator. Now it can go either way. Mac gets a hook, however, he's not able to do anything with it. And the deck program already builds up his Shatter less than a minute. And gOWOats, despite giving up that tick, is able to take back the point. It's Isak, who's able to make it out with that Lucio sustain. Maybe not. The Detonator's contesting him. No, Isak is kind of messing with the Detonator here. We see the lamp coming out. That's kind of unfortunate. I don't know about using that lamp there. Now lamp is gone for a 25-second cooldown. This is pretty decent for Hellfire to start pushing in, as the Choke is once more left wide open for them. Now they can just walk.
Yep, we see them pushing in, and Ink Splash getting the kill on the Detonator as he uses the window, but he gets res. Hellfire's still up 1 here, and
Hellfire starts cleaning up. A few big ults coming from them. Doomy uses his grab there, however, it wasn't able to provide enough value. Simply because there were too many picks. Joshy Bite kills Scythe. However, he's going to be picked off here. He does kill Ink Splash as well. Those are 2 decent picks. He's able to come back with the faster respawns, and Hellfire is not.
Yep, and we see as Hellfire is sort of coming up to point B here. We have Deadeye on the side of gOWOats, but that's the only thing they have compared to Mac about to build this whole hog, as well as the 2 DPS ults and the beat. This could go in the direction of Hellfire.
Lucy's just touching point, and gOWOats gives up a tick. Scythe is now uncontested on the ground. I take that back. Joshy Bite is there to fight. Takes out Scythe. Uses his Deadeye here. Does not get anything, however. It kind of messed with Hellfire's positioning. Winsy does get a little bit of a lucky pin there on Chi. 100% calculated, obviously. Lucy gets a pick on the Torp. Now, gOWOats is on their back foot, trying to get these spawn advantage picks back. Lucy, another pick with this Tracer. However, it's not able to provide enough value for Hellfire, as they were down too many in that fight.
Yeah, and with the spawn advantage, gOWOats is able to pull it back. But I think them just giving up that first tick with Woozy being on the point it could be detrimental to gOWOats here.
Lucy
coming in again.
is touching the point again, however, it gets picked off. It's even. Doomy's gonna use his bomb here. Does not get anything. Winzy solo shatters the tech program, who is then hooked and then nanoed. The tech program is just gonna go on a swinging rampage. He's swinging on Winzy. Scythe gets a pick on She. However, Hellfire, I don't think they're gonna be able to win this. Isak is on the enemy backline, killing the detonator. I take back my own words. Hellfire is able to pick this back up with 2 big picks coming out of Winzy's Fire Strike. Ink Splash is also helping out with that DPS Moira action. Isak is contesting the Widow on the left side of the spawn, gets the pick, and the supports actually got a few big picks there. I think net total picks from the supports was 4, so good job on the Hellfire supports.
Yeah, what am I saying? They got the picks they needed, and it eventually overwhelmed gOWOats. I didn't think that it would be a win for Hellfire. I thought they would have to go again there, but I was wrong. They got the kills they needed and took point B quicker than gOWOats, which was what they were hoping for, and we'll see how these next rounds go.
So gOWOats is going to be on the attack first because they had less time, while Hellfire is going to be on defense first because they had more time. What do you think about the comps here? We see Lucy on the Pharah again.
This Farmer C, it's pretty good for Hanamura defense. I don't hate this pick at all. We also see Scythe on this Soldier. I think this is a good defense for Hellfire. I think they could make something work out of this.
We'll have to see what Joshy Bite can do on the McCree here. He's been doing decently, so if he can hit his shots on Lucy and provide enough pressure, maybe he can cancel the Pharah's ability. Lucy getting a pick on the detonator. Now the push is dead for gOWOats. You don't want to push through that choke without your Lucia speed boost. She is going through their resources, trying to keep the team alive while Lucy keeps poking.
Yep, and he's already over halfway to that barrage, with Ink Splash being halfway to that Valk. This is looking good for Hellfire, and gOWOats is already down to just a minute left on this attack. They'll need to make it happen here, or else it'll be last fight quicker than they realized.
Yeah, Lucy already has the barrage here, less than a minute in. She does have the coal. It's going to come out early. A shatter coming out from Winzy gets nothing except Lucy presses Q. Actually does not get any picks, however, just provides enough damage for the rest of the team to clean up. 30 seconds left. We have both support ults on the side of Hellfire.
Yeah, she using that coalescence didn't pay off. They didn't push up quickly enough. And as I said, this time is running out quickly. It runs out quicker than you think it does. And we're already down to 10 seconds. They need to move fast.
The tech program tries to charge in, except he hits the wall and he's not able to hit. And he gets pinned back by Winzy. Someone's touching. It's Chi. She is touched by Isak. And now, all that gOWOats can rely on is a draw.
Yep. The Pharah pick, the Farmer C, it all paid off for Hellfire. And if you're Hellfire, you're feeling really good about this. You have 3 minutes to do your thing, get in there. It's just one tick that they need. They're looking good. They're looking very good here. This could definitely lead to a 3-0 for them.
Yeah, Lucy is very consistent. However, let's not leave the supports in the dust. Definitely a lot of value coming out from Ink Splash and Isak.
Definitely.
It looks like Hellfire is just going to go for a very similar composition as they did for attack. And double shield coming out from gOWOats with Hack Me Mommy
on the Torbjorn. Now, Torbjorn turret is a pretty decent counter to Luzi on the Tracer. You see Scythe on the Hanzo, and Mac actually swaps off the Hog and goes to Zarya. Now, these picks aren't final. There's still 10 seconds left in the preparation phase.
I don't know how much they're expecting this Torb pick from Hacking Rami. Has come out a couple times. Well, there's a lot of spam damage here with the Sigma, the BAP, the McCree, and the Torb. This could be some high heat that Hellfire will have to stand for this attack.
Hellfire is going to want to just be able to push right in, except with damage coming from so many angles, they don't want to get picked off. Now, Luzi is already going into the back line. Scythe stays main alone. He actually gets pretty low, and he gets picked off by Doomy. That's big. Now Hellfire is down to DPS, and gOWOats has an opportunity to capitalize. Hellfire is taking the high ground on point, and gOWOats is just kind of letting them sit there as they keep getting more picks. Now, this is good for gOWOats. It's time to start pushing to Hellfire, though. You don't want them to sit up here too long. You want to start taking advantage of this. You can start getting some picks here. You can start building up your ult charge. So they definitely need to start pushing in a little bit. Isak is contesting the point here. A little bit of red at Lucio coming out. Hellfire is just sitting up there uncontested. gOWOats doesn't push in. And the DPS are back main. And now we have a little bit of a crossfire coming out from Hellfire. Seems like those picks are coming out to their advantage, except Joshubite is able to contest Luzi on the McCree. Window's going to go down, and a massive shatter coming out from Winzy. He charges in. The tech program tries to reciprocate, but Winzy's shatter is simply bigger as he is able to just keep on swinging. Scythe gets 2 picks. A decent flux coming out from Doomy. It's not over quite yet, except Doomy's the only one on point. And that's it, folks. 3-0 for coming from 413 Hellfire. gOWOats, unfortunately, is not able to keep up with 413 Hellfire's gameplay. However, let's not leave gOWOats in the dust. They did very well there. They were able to take the point, both points from 413 Hellfire here. See, here's a massive shatter, and he's able to just swing. You love seeing that coming from Reinhardt. So, if you would like to actually be on a team, I have to say again, go to 413esports.com. Or you can actually just scroll down on the Twitch page and you can find our website where you can join 413 Esports. And from there, you can enter competitive Overwatch, where we will provide an opportunity for you to create a team or join a team. Very simple process, very straightforward. So now that that's over, Hawkshaw, how do you feel the players of 413 Hellfire did? Who do you think provided the most value there? Who should get the coveted MVP?
Well, I'm pretty indecisive, but if I had to narrow it down, I think it has to be one of the supports. They just brought tons of value to Hellfire, and that was a big contributing factor to them getting this 3-0 win. What do you think?
I agree. Luzi did provide a lot of value there. However, without his support's help, I don't think it would have been close to the same. Ink Splash, we saw a lot of calls coming out from Ink Splash, very consistent heals throughout the match. Isak was able to provide a lot of value himself. Between the two, which one do you think did the best?
It's a good question. I'm not sure, dude.
No worries. I think Ink Splash, just because of the value that she was able to provide throughout the match, and that consistency was very important for Hellfire's success.
Yep. So, is it final? We give MVP?
Yeah, Ink Splash.
Yep. So, we're at 190 followers on 413 Esports, on the 413 Esports Twitch, and at 200 followers, we're going to do a giveaway of $20 in Blizzard balance, and all you have to do to enter this giveaway is just click that little heart on the Twitch page, and you're in.
Yeah, $20 of Blizzard balance just for you. By simply clicking that heart, and you're entered the giveaway. As long as you're watching the stream while the giveaway occurs, and you will get that free money.
Hello.
What's up, Ink? How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are y'all?
We're good. Very well played by 413 Hellfire, and more specifically, very well played by you.
Thank you.
How did you feel throughout that match? That 3-0.
That I felt great. I felt our entire team did great. Good comms. It was just really smooth.
Yeah. So, as the cool kids would say, you were vibing.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. A lot of calls coming out from you. We were very impressed on King's Row. I think on round 3, you built up your call in about 40 seconds. That's impressive.
Thank
Do you have any tips for any fellow Moira players out there?
I always open with damage orbs, and honestly, I do mostly damage orbs. But
Oh, really?
heal orbs are only when my main tank is super duper crit, and that usually builds my calls pretty fast.
Oh, I see. I have to say on Hanamura there, I saw you in the kill feed twice, so definitely some DPS Moira going on. Hawkshaw, do you have any questions for Inksplash?
So from what I know, this is your final game in the regular season for OCS, and I think this is sealing 413 Hellfire a spot in the playoffs. How does that make y'all feel?
It's incredible, honestly. I'm very proud of how far we've come as a team. Just massive improvement for everyone. Very proud.
Mm-hmm. Seems you guys have come very far, and the work, the practice is just paying off.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt.
Alrighty, Inksplash. Congratulations for getting MVP, and thank you for coming in to answer a few questions. You can go party now. Don't drink too hard. Be safe.
I'll try.
Yeah. So, thank you for coming by.
Thank y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good rest of your evening.
You too.
So that will conclude the 4-3 Hellfire versus gOWOats match. As we said, click that follow button. You will be entered into a $20 Blizzard balance giveaway for anything of your choosing. And if you're interested, we need 10 more followers. So we're close. So just keep paying attention to our streams, because it'll happen sooner than you know it. Bring in your friends, bring in your family, bring in your baby sister. I don't care. Anyone. I want to see people following, because I kind of want a shot at this giveaway myself. $20 free dollars for just clicking a follow button sounds great. So definitely click that follow button. If you are interested in joining a team, definitely check out 413esports.com, and you can join a team of yourself. I am Jake, and my buddy Hawkshaw over here. Say hi.
Hello.
Now say bye.
Bye.
We're signing off. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next stream.
Good night.